What if I told you there's a cave where time simply stops? Not slows, not glitches. Stops, as if something deep inside refuses to let the seconds move. This place, hidden behind jagged cliffs and nearly unreachable terrain, is known only by its unofficial name, the Hollow Rift, a maze of tunnels so unnaturally silent that even your breath feels intrusive. Locals avoid it. Animals refuse to go near it. Birds flying overhead abruptly change direction as if something below radiates a warning. The first modern encounter happened by accident. A team of geological surveyors set out to chart mineral formations. They entered the cave at midday with every piece of equipment calibrated and double-checked. Their mission was simple: map the first 300 meters and return. But within minutes of stepping past the narrow entrance, their gear began to fail in ways that defied logic. Batteries that had been fully charged dropped to zero. GPS units scrambled, blinking nonsense coordinates. Digital watches froze mid-second, their hands locked between ticks. At first, the team assumed it was a magnetic anomaly. Caves with iron deposits can interfere with electronics. That's nothing unusual. But then one of the surveyors noticed something unsettling. Even his mechanical watch had stopped. Not slowed, stopped. Its spring completely unwound, as though someone had reached inside and touched time itself. Still, they kept moving deeper, marking their route carefully. The deeper they went, the heavier the air became. Not in a physical sense, more like an overwhelming silence pressing against their ears. They described it later as walking into a vacuum, where each step felt separated from the last, as if their movements weren't fully connected by time. Eventually, they turned back, uneasy but unaware of how strange things had become. When they emerged from the cave, blinking into daylight, the support crew waiting outside stared at them in disbelief. "You were gone 6 hours," they said. Impossible. The surveyors insisted they had been inside for 20, maybe 30 minutes at most. Their internal clock, their sense of time, their mémoire. But every external measurement disagreed. The incident was written off as human error. Labor, fatigue, and stress. Misremembering except what really suggested. That time, inside the Hollow Rift, moved differently. A decade later, curiosity got the better of a university research team. Determined to debunk the legend once and for all, they brought equipment far more advanced than the surveyors ever had, including to synchronized atomic clocks. These devices measure time by tracking the oscillations of atoms. They do not drift, they do not stop. They are accurate to within a few billionths of a second. One clock was kept at the surface. The other was sent down into the cave, suspended in a sealed container. If the cave truly distorted time, these two devices would reveal it. As the container was lowered into the deepest chamber, accessible by rope, everything seemed normal. The cables were stable, the readings were clean, and the clock signals came through clearly, until, suddenly, they didn't. The atomic clock inside the cave continued counting, slowed, and then stopped entirely. Not powered off, not broken. Still active, still receiving energy. But the tick rate simply halted, as though the atom itself refused to oscillate. Up above, the surface clock continued normally. Down below, time had paused. Panicked, the team hauled the container back up. The moment it crossed the cave threshold, the atomic oscillations resumed instantly as if nothing had happened. The data log made no sense. There was no physical phenomenon known to science that could freeze atomic oscillation without destroying the device. Gravity strong enough to do that would crush the cave and everyone in it. But the anomalies didn't end there. Researchers who spent more than a few minutes at the cave entrance reported migraines, nausea, and a strange sense that time around them was stretching or shrinking like a rubber band being pulled and released. Their conversations felt out of sync. They would pause to think and feel as if minutes had passed, only to find seconds on their stopwatch. The deeper anyone went, the worse the symptoms became. Some explorers described the sensation of walking for a long time, only to glance back and see the entrance still incredibly close. Others walked only a few steps and felt hours had passed in their bodies, yet their watches showed almost no time at all. One researcher returned from a short entry, about 15 minutes, with a full-grown beard. Despite being clean-shaven when he entered, his hair follicles had aged, his body had aged, but his internal sense of time had not. That discovery alone made the scientific community recoil. Something in the cave wasn't just distorting time, it was choosing which parts of reality to affect. And if that was true, it implied intelligence, intent, a mechanism beyond physics as we understand it. Local folklore only made things stranger. According to the indigenous stories, the Hollow Rift is a boundary place, a region where the world is thin, where something ancient waits on the other side, watching the living world through a veil of warped time. They say the cave does not like to be visited, and those who stay to long lose track als versändningsrit out of order, or non natalement. One elder described it best: your mind is a flame. In Tadblas sonnet. Over the years, every attempt to map the deeper sections has failed. Ropes come back frayed or sliced. Cameras return with corrupted footage. Audio devices capture, not echoes, but a strange layered humming that accelerates and decelerates like a heartbeat. One team recorded what sounded like footsteps behind them, perfectly synchronized with their own, except for the fact that they weren't walking. Every expedition ends the same way. Malfunctioning equipment, contradictory accounts, and explorers who cannot agree on how long they were inside. The cave has become a paradox, a place where time behaves like a living creature, stretching, compressing, freezing, or accelerating at will. So here's the question we're left with. Is the cave manipulating time? Or is it revealing the true nature of time, something fluid, unstable, and far stranger than we imagine? Because if time can be bent so easily in one hidden corner of the earth, then what else is out there? What other places exist where our reality cracks just enough to show what lies underneath? And perhaps the most unsettling possibility of all, if Kewa Tifwe did. Whatever the truth is, one thing is certain: this cave is one of the only known places on Earth where every scientific model collapses. And nobody knows why.